You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I have got your early edition spoilers for December 9th through the 13th. Nick is persistent, Summer is pouncing, and Victor is ranting. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as we always do on early edition day, we talk about what's happening the rest of this week before we dive into good stuff happening next week. If you are not following us, please click subscribe. Let's jump into the action on Wednesday, December 4th. So Nick and Michael try and get through to Sharon. Nick wants her to wait until the test on her pills is back before she goes to the DA to throw herself on the mercy of the court. Both men think she's being too hasty, and Nick thinks that something going on with the pills caused what happened. Michael is also worried about the DA's push to convict her, and he questions whether Chance can be trusted since he works for the city. But Nick is certain that they can, and he does remind Sharon that the blackouts are bizarre and don't make sense. And Michael wants to talk with Chance just to make sure that Sharon's not being set up worse. Nick and Sharon have a walk in the park, and he encourages her and hugs her. And later, Faith tells her parents that Lucy was pretty awful, and she is quite scared. Faith is quite scared that Sharon is going to prison for life, but Faith says that she and everyone else support Sharon no matter what. Jack and Diane are thrilled that things with Kyle are starting to heal, but Jack doesn't want to push for too much too soon. However, Diane says no time like the present and encourages him to talk to Kyle soon and keep things moving in the right direction. Jack and Diane also toast to pulling the wool over Victor's eyes and wonder how he'll react to finding out Glissade is whole. And Jack suggests that they pull Glissade under the Jabo umbrella, and Diane run it, and it features classics to honor his dad, John Abbott, from Jabo past. Diane excitedly says yes, and they cannot wait for Victor to find out what they have done. Claire and Kyle walk past the disguised Jordan heading into society, and Claire feels like she knows her, but Jordan fakes an accent and flees, and Claire tells Kyle that woman seems familiar. They see Faith at the bar and offer some support, but Faith goes to check on Sharon. Claire tells Kyle how happy she is. Remember, they made love. This is her very first time, and he kisses her hand. It's very swoony. And Summer walks in quite disturbed to see how cozy they are. She approaches their table, acts kind of off, and goes, and Claire notices it's weird. Summer's waiting on takeout, watches them some more, comes over to ask what's going on. She just can't keep her nose out of it, and Kyle admits they're getting closer. And Summer says that their friendship is nice. It seems like a catty sort of thing. And Kyle does think that Summer should know soon that he and Claire are more serious, but Claire's feeling weird about the whole thing. Thursday, December 5th, Billy shows Sally that yes, he can be trusted. Maybe it's about the confrontation with Adam that is coming this week. Speaking of Adam, Nick tells his little brother, stay away from Sharon. And I'm quite certain Adam will ignore it and maybe march right over to see her. And the thing is, he would probably give her the same advice that Nick has. Just wait. Don't go throwing yourself into a situation until you have all the facts at hand. And, seeing Billy and Sally together might trigger Adam to run to Sharon, even if Nick's words do not. Phyllis wants Christine's help, and Cricket is reluctant, but finally agrees. I wonder if Red is asking her to check on the case, If so, Christine may find out Sharon wants to meet with the DA. I hope Cricket doesn't find out about the medication test that Chance is running. Nobody needs to know about that. Not yet. Friday, December 6th, Summer is busy sending Kyle mixed signals. She's clearly jealous of him and Claire after trying to kind of downgrade their obvious affection and write it off to just being friendship, She's being a little petty, and I just wonder how long until Summer makes a play. I'm guessing soon. Jack goes to chat up Nikki and check out her new home, and she wonders, what's his motive? Why is he stopping by and telling her things? And I expect Nikki will lay into Jack for reconciling with Diane, and I wonder if he credits Victor for them getting back together. That would be kind of fun. Diane, meanwhile, irritates Victor when she is bragging about something and he thinks she's bluffing. And it's got to be that she's the new boss at Glissade. It's going to be a Jabo subsidiary, and it's completely intact despite his chicanery. I cannot wait for that conversation. And if Diane hired Billy, that would chafe Victor even more. All right, going into the week of the 9th through the 13th, Sharon's medication results that Chance had run should be in this week, and it should change things. If it comes in that the pills are hinky, which is what I expect, then Michael and Nick are going to lean on Sharon even harder to stop with the I'm going to throw myself into prison today thing. Kyle may be in a quandary soon because Summer may be playing the we should put our family back together card. And as bizarre as it sounds, given her toxic history and upbringing, I actually think Claire is a much healthier choice for Kyle than Summer, because Claire's mother is at least sane and Summer's mom is increasingly unhinged. Victor is absolutely enraged to find out that he's basically lost a lot of money on Glissade and accomplished nothing. You know, he did pay a pretty good price for it, and then he sold the parts off cheap to screw over Diane, and Jack scooped them up at a bargain basement price and put it all back together and gave it to his wife. So Diane and Jack got Glissade at a bargain price, and Victor, you know, lost Kyle. He didn't really get revenge on Jack. He's accomplished nothing and paid out of pocket for it. So good times. Phyllis is not going to stand by and let the justice system work while she is patient to see what happens. I absolutely expect she is going to interfere if she can with Sharon's case to take her down. Speaking of Phyllis and interfering, you know, Billy scheming with Phyllis may derail his romance with Sally. Josh Griffith already confirmed that love triangle is coming. I just don't know. It just, if Billy is a risk taker and Phyllis is a risk, so maybe that's what it is. And Nikki may find out that being CEO of Chancellor is a little bit more than she expected it to be in terms of a challenge. And I do wonder if Lily is going to take aim and try to undermine her like she did with Billy. And I think we might be getting some more of Amy and Nate next week. Hope so. I'm tentatively interested in that story. I do like Nate a lot. So in case you didn't know, also the Hollywood Christmas Parade airs Saturday, December 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on the CW. And Esther Valentine actress Kate Linder was in the parade.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.